Hey everyone, it's Speedster here, and I'm just going to go and answer my Q&A. I didn't quite get as many questions as I hoped I would, but nonetheless, I'm going to answer them. Got all the questions right here, 3 sheets, and how about we just get right into it. Jamiefodonnell asks, number 1, most hated video game character. Number 2, opinion on female characters from anime and video games getting hypnotized. Number 3, funniest video game moment. And number 4, favorite Team Fortress 2 class. For my most hated video game character, I have to be a bit cliche and say Jesper Bat Jr. from No More Heroes 2. He's just such an annoying little prat. I just want to fucking punch him in the face, because he's so goddamn annoying. He's a dick, he's rich, he's stuck up. For the second question, I really don't understand the question, but I'm gonna try my best to answer it. With the idea of female characters being hypnotized, I am alright with it, as long as they don't do anything, with it. The funniest video game moment, this is really hard, because there's just so many to choose, like, none particular springing to mind, but if I had to choose one that really sticks out to me, it's, I used it in my top 15 Zelda games video. It was in the Wind Waker when he places the 3rd jewel, and he thinks it's going to explode, and he runs away, but then it doesn't explode. He runs up, he walks up to it, and then BOOM! Yeah, it was hilarious. And then to follow it, once the tower rised out of the sea, him just going against it was just, that just had me really cracking up. But that isn't I don't think that's my funniest thing, but it's one of the things that really sticks in my head. And for my favorite Team Fortress 2 class, I don't really play Team Fortress 2 that much, but I'd have to say really the sniper. Because not only do I like his style and his accent, I live in Australia anyway, but I like his character itself. If you want an explanation on that, you should probably check out Josh's top 9 Team Fortress 2 classes. Alright, kirbynightmare has only one question, and it's my favorite music genre. When I first got this question, I was either tempted to go with rock and roll or rhythm and blues or soul, because I'm really into that kind of music. I'm in a soul band. But in the end, I have to say my favorite is video game music. Yeah, I just think video game music has a lot more diversity, and I just feel it has a lot more character to it. I mean, like, I don't really like listening to music about a girl going to a party and everyone's looking forward to the weekend and she can't decide whether to sit in the front seat or the back seat. I just find that really stupid. But, for example, a song like maybe Philistine from No More Heroes, that not only sounds awesome and is extremely catchy, it also manages to get along Margaret's motivation and her character, which I find is a really cool thing music can do. So, yeah, video game music. I have practically 315 video game songs on my iPod. Deal with it. Okay, now, Key099Able asks, number 1, what's your favorite console? Number 2, do you want to punish those 4.5 million people who pirated Witcher 2? Number 3, how many consoles do you own? Handhelds count. Number 4, what's your favorite movie, game, cartoon, and anime of the last 6 years? Number 5, what's your favorite game of 2011 so far? Number 6, what game are you most anticipated for? What games are you most anticipated for 2012? Number 7, have you played Mother 3, and if so, what do you think about the story? Number 8, have you played any Sly Cooper game? Number 9, what's your opinion on HD collections? And number 10, are you anticipated for the PS Vita? For my favorite console, I probably have to say the Wii, because I know most people are into the Microsoft, Sony sort of it. I'm not really into that. Sure, everyone was drawn into it, including me. We were all drawn into the Wii because of the idea of the motion control. It was a brand new thing, hadn't been done before. People thought it was pretty cool. But most people felt it died off after the motion controls, but I stick with it not because of the motion controls, I stick with it because of the games. The games I thought were very good. Like Twilight Princess, Super Mario Galaxy, those sort of games. Those are the ones that kept me interested in the Wii. So, yeah, Nintendo Wii. And for your second question, I've only heard little snippets in gaming magazines about Witcher 2. I really have no idea about Witcher 2, but about gaming piracy, I have a few things that I stick by. Might as well tell you it. In a way, but I think pirating games is alright. I mean, pirating modern games is wrong. I would say pirating games are wrong. But I say classic games, I say pretty much alright. I mean, for example, maybe I want to play Mega Man 5, just as an example. I don't own an NES or any of the remakes, so I can't get the actual game, and it's not available on the virtual console, so I think the best thing is to download an NES emulator and get it. Well, in the end, I had to say, piracy rule, if it's, I think you can only download games that are from at least 2 generations ago. So that means right now, the latest consoles, I think, understandable, are up to Nintendo 64 days, because I have downloaded a few Nintendo 64 games, 2 PS3, up that sort of thing. I still say they're a bit too modern to be pirating them. Well, that's really my take on it. Anyway. Okay, how many consoles do I own? Handhelds included. Alright, GameCube, Wii, PS2, PS3, Xbox, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, Nintendo DS, DSi, and 3DS. So that's 11 consoles. Yeah, I own 11 consoles. Alright? Okay, my favorite movie of the last 6 years. That's a pretty hard one. I've seen a couple of good movies, but one that was released pretty much exactly 6 years ago, which I watched so much that the disc actually broke, would have to be Zathura. I don't know, just something about it really stuck with me, like the brother conflicts, the whole space travel thing. I just thought that was really cool, and yeah, it was just overall a good movie. Alright, my favorite game, I've already said this in a previous video, Twilight Princess. Okay, my favorite cartoon. I don't really watch cartoons anymore, and I have to say, from the last 6 years, my favorite cartoon, I was originally tempted to go with The Simpsons, but I thought it was a bit too redundant, so I went with Futurama. I just really like the idea of Futurama. It has a sort of a smart comedy to it. How, instead of it just being a bunch of lame jokes, it's like full-on tales and that sort of thing, which I found a lot more interesting. I say one of Matt Groening's best work, other than The Simpsons. I think it's really his only big work, and I say it's practically on par, if not better, than The Simpsons, in my opinion. And anime, I don't really watch a lot of anime, so I can't really answer that question. Okay, my favorite game of 2011. Out of every game released in 2011, some of the games I think are good was I'm not sure if this was released in 2010, but really because I think it's I saw it was released in 2011, so I'm gonna say Okamiden. Well, that might be in 2010s, but I saw it released in 2011 in Australia, so that's my pick for best game. You've already know why. But if you're not gonna allow that because in some other country it was released in 2010, I'd probably have to say then Portal 2. Love the original Portal, love Portal 2. Not as much as the original, but still pretty damn good. games I'm looking forward to in 2012. Kid Icarus Uprising, probably. Because I haven't actually played the original Kid Icarus, but the new one looks pretty cool. Luigi's Mansion 2, I love the original, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. Yes, I'm really looking forward to that, seriously. And those are the real ones that come to mind right off the bat, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, Mother 3. I've not actually played Mother 3, but one of my friends has played it, and I've seen a lot of videos about it, and I have to say, the story is very, very depressing. I mean, I just think, this is a Nintendo game? Like, why is it this depressing? I mean, see, most of the games like Mario, stuff like that, it's all cheery and happy, but then you have this game which is like, it's so much of a downer. After seeing that, I just want to go, I really have to go eat some ice cream and cotton candy. I really have to cheer myself up. And that's pretty much it. For Sly Cooper games, I've only really truly played Sly Cooper 3, and oh my god, I loved that game to death. And really, I actually played it so much that the game actually broke. So, yeah. I don't think this was asked, but just in case it wasn't asked, my opinion on HD collections. I currently have two HD collections, the Sly Cooper HD collections and the ICO Shadow of the Colossus HD collections. And I have to say that HD collections, from what I've seen, are pretty good, but here's a few things I've noticed with HD collections. What I have to say is, when you do HD collections, it's about improving the quality of the game. But what I think is, I think you need to focus on improving, like, the frame rate, making it more clearer, but without actually ruining the art style. An example of this is No More Heroes, Heroes Paradise. I know a lot of people really loved Heroes Paradise, and it was a lot like, it was practically No More Heroes, but I think what I really loved about No More Heroes was, it sort of had this cartoonish comic book, no, not cartoonish, more comic book feel to it. The way how it was drawn, I thought that was really fitting with the whole idea that Travis is an otaku. But with the PS3 one, I just thought, oh god, what have they done? What have they done? That's really what I thought. And final question, are you anticipated for the PS Vita? No.